Am I the a-hole for refusing to give a huge wedding gift after finding out I'm not invited? I, 27 female, am in the middle of unexpected family drama, and I honestly don't know if I'm being reasonable or petty. My cousin, 25 female, is getting married soon. We grew up together and were pretty close as kids. As adults, we're not super tight, but we're still friendly and see each other at holidays. No issues, no fights, nothing weird. A few weeks ago, my aunt, her mom, called me and started talking about how expensive weddings are and how hard it's been to afford everything. She said instead of a traditional registry gift, some family members are choosing to give larger monetary gifts to help cover specific costs. Then she asked if I'd consider giving a significant cash gift to help with either the catering or the photographer. Not a typical envelope with some cash situation. We're talking thousands. She framed it as a meaningful, generous wedding gift that would really help them. I was caught off guard and said I'd think about it. Then I found out through another cousin that I'm not actually invited to the wedding. It's supposedly intimate and limited to immediate family and very close friends. Invites already went out. I never got one. So I asked my aunt directly, and she confirmed it. She said they had to cut people because of the budget, which is why they're hoping certain relatives will give larger monetary gifts instead of traditional presents. I told her I'm not comfortable giving a huge financial gift to a wedding I'm not even attending. I said I'd still send a normal, thoughtful gift to celebrate them, but I'm not funding major wedding expenses for an event I'm excluded from. She got upset and said I'm making it about myself and that a gift should come from the heart, not from whether I get an invitation. She also implied that if I were more generous, they might be able to adjust the guest list. Now, some relatives are saying I'm being stingy and unsupportive. My mom thinks I should just give the money to keep the peace since I can technically afford it. I don't want to punish anyone. I just feel weird giving such a large gift for a wedding I'm not considered close enough to attend. Am I the a-hole for refusing to give a big cash wedding gift after finding out I'm not invited? Wait, so you're not close enough to get a chair, but close enough to fund the photographer? That math is not mathing. That's literally how it feels. Like my bank account got the invite, but I didn't. I'm trying not to take it personally, but come on. And stop making it about you. OP, but it is about me. I am not going to spend my hard-earned money for an experience I will not experience. Even if I am invited, I'm not giving these crappy people and their delusions of grandeur thousands of dollars. They'll get $200 or less if they keep demanding more. Your aunt is saving money by not inviting you, which means that she has cut costs and doesn't need your contribution. That's the irony. Me staying home is already saving them cash. Asking me to then cover thousands on top feels a little bold. Not the a-hole. In the end, it's on your cousin to have the wedding she can afford. I'm sure she's disappointed that she's not having the wedding of her dreams, but she still doesn't get to ask people who aren't invited to fund any part of her wedding. If your cousin has reached a point in her planning where asking non-invitees to gift thousands of dollars for wedding photography, etc. seems like a good idea, she and your aunt have really lost the plot. Tell your family that your cousin's wedding may be the most important event in her life so far, but it's not the most important event in your life. You're happy to celebrate her with the usual sort of appropriate gift, but that's it. You'll save the multi-thousand-dollar expenditures for events in your own life. Thank you very much. Next story. Am I the a-hole for refusing to kick out my male friends so my sister and nieces can live with me? She says she's getting a divorce. I, 33 female, have a unique living situation. For the last couple of months, I've been hosting my situationship, 38 male, and for the past 2 months, his brother, 36 male, has also been living with us. The 38 male pays 1/4 of the utilities and 1/3 of my mortgage as rent, which is a generous deal, but A, we get along, and B, he follows all my rules. We are both vegetarian. He never invites people over. He cleans up a lot. He literally loads my dishes too, etc. I also love spending time with his brother. He spent a weekend with us, and we had such a blast that I invited him to stay with us for a few months. He eats meat, but never brings it home, is super clean and respectful, and he cooks so well. I am an emergency radiologist, and he has a freelance-type tech job, so we both stay home, and I am also sharing my workspace with him. We go climbing together a lot. Overall, the last 3 months have been the best of my life. The three of us have daily dinners and board games. My sister, 35 female, showed up at my door 30 minutes after texting me. She brought my nieces, 10 and 6. She was very disturbed by my living situation and that I'm living with random guys. I met my situationship via an old ex. We got in contact when he was looking for a place to stay in my city temporarily, then we started hanging out. I have a 5-bed, 4-bath house. There's a first-floor bedroom with a separate door where 38 male stays. A first-floor workspace with a couch or bed, a second-floor massive open-type room where I sleep and work nights. And 36 male has a mini bedroom on the smaller 3rd floor. Opposite that is my guest or craft room where I put my sister. These 2 rooms share a bathroom. I did not have time to prepare for her, but I have 2 twin beds in the room I put them in. I told my older niece she could sleep on the couch bed in my study or sleep with me. My sister is really mad at me for exposing her daughters to strange men, making them share a bathroom, and that I am perverted for sleeping with brothers. Later, she apologized for this remark because I have no romantic feelings toward the younger brother. We got into an argument, and she went to my mom's place, 1 bed, 1 bath, where obviously they didn't have room. They've been calling me nonstop during my workday to tell me to kick my friends out. I said it's my sister's job to watch out for her kids. I would not be hanging out with men I thought were creeps, but I've only known them for a few months, so I would not leave the girls alone with them. I am just being sensible. 38 male is kind of my boyfriend at the moment, but I've known him for 8 months. They have 3 sisters, so they would understand even if I told them I don't want them alone with my nieces, for now. My sister is mad that she can't leave her kids with me during the day, but she couldn't have done that anyway, because when I work from home, I need to focus 100%. She also regularly fights with her husband and goes running back to him. We grew apart over the last few years because the only topic she can talk about is her failed marriage, and I had enough of that from my mother. I told her if the girls stay with their dad while they get divorced, she can come stay with me, and we can work something out. This pissed her off even more, but I genuinely believe they need stability. My home is not an option because I don't want to kick out my friends, and I literally can't do my work from home days when the girls are home. They are a handful, LOL. Wait, hang on. OP, is your sister actually saying, hey, kick out the people who pay rent here, so me and my children can live here for free? Am I misreading this? I mean, I charge my boyfriend like half of what I could. His room is a small in-law apartment type thing with a separate door to the outside. But again, we are very compatible. Vegetarian, same shows. He literally built me a sauna. And we have the same worldview on things. And we obviously like each other, and we sleep over a lot. My sister found out that I don't charge his brother anything. He is my guest but gets groceries, etc. So she probably assumed my boyfriend doesn't pay anything either. Not the a-hole. It sounds like those guys would consider your place their home, and it doesn't sound like they can just leave. Unsure of the laws in your area, but you probably can't just kick them out. They are probably saving you at this point from your sister trying to freeload and make you watch her kids. The brother has an apartment in a smaller city about 2 hours away. Their youngest sister now lives there. If I told them to leave, they would, regardless of the law, LOL. Boyfriend is also a doctor, and their family is relatively well off. They don't need to live with me. I really don't want them to leave. I also feel like they're saving me from my sister if I'm being honest. I just got out of residency last year. I don't want to babysit. I just want to have fun. Not the a-hole. You should not have to flip your living situation upside down or take judgment from your sister to accommodate her and her kids' bottom line. Obviously, sister is also mad because she cannot saddle OP with her kids constantly. She was hoping for a free or cheap place to live and a free babysitter. It's crazy that she just showed up and already acting that she can dictate OP's life. It's a good thing that the 2 men are there because it prevents her from forcefully staying. Not the a-hole. The brothers are good roommates. They don't have to go just so your entitled sister can stay. She should figure out something on her own for her own problems. Next story. Am I the a-hole for not letting my brother-in-law and his wife in? It's been a year and 1 month since I lost my husband. Even though he's gone, I still try my best to respect his wishes and keep things with his family the way he always advised me to. My husband and his brother didn't have the best bond while he was alive. It was always one thing or the other. At first, I never understood why, but when I started dealing with him, I could tell he is trouble. He didn't attend our wedding because he was given money to book a DJ and he didn't, so he bailed. It would have been a massive disaster if my husband hadn't secretly booked another DJ for our wedding. That was the day I fully grasped the kind of person my brother-in-law was, because I was always on my husband's neck to give him a chance. That didn't stop my husband from helping him from time to time after he came back and apologized. My husband had one rule: we can help them from afar, but never let them into his house. He has a wife and son now, but when my husband made this statement, his brother didn't have a child yet. Ever since my husband passed away, I have continued the support they received while he was alive, but I still haven't let them into the house. Our son turned 2 last week, and I had a little party with some of my family members present. Somehow my husband's brother found out and showed up unannounced with his wife and son. I told them I couldn't let them in, as this was just a little family thing, and I couldn't let them in because his brother wouldn't approve. His brother said to me, "Where is he now? He's gone, and there's nothing you can do about it," while laughing before picking up his son and leaving. I had let the boy in and told them they could wait outside until after the celebration. At first I felt like I did the right thing, but sitting back now, I'm wondering if I should have just let them in? Maybe I'm just being unnecessarily difficult. Please, am I the a-hole? Not the a-hole. Any help you're giving the brother-in-law and his family needs to stop, right now. He mocked your loss to your face and just showed what a piece of work he really is. I understand you want to carry out your husband's wishes, but you have your own child to care for. Your husband is no longer there to run interference on his brother, and you need to put as much distance, physical and otherwise, as possible between you and the brother-in-law. Cutting all ties with him helps to maintain that distance. I'm very sorry for the loss of your husband. I agree. He said, "Where is he now? He's gone now?" That's so cruel. That should be applied to any help or money they're being given. Like you said, he's gone now, so the help ends. OP no longer has that obligation. Not the a-hole. You respected your husband's wishes and you're protected what you have left. It took him 2 seconds to get nasty and disrespectful to you, and this is after you continued to help him and his family out. Despite how obnoxious and flaky of a person he is, you still tried, and he repaid you by mocking your dead husband. You did nothing wrong. Not the a-hole. There's a reason your husband didn't want them in his house, ever. Not honoring that would likely lead to problems. Brother-in-law has shown his true colors. Believe it. Agree. Your husband knew him better than anybody. Get a Ring doorbell thing so you don't have to even open the door. Last story. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister-in-law she's selfish for having another baby? My sister-in-law, 23 female, just found out she's 9 weeks pregnant. She has 3 daughters at home, 4, 2, and an 8-month-old. The older 2 are from a deadbeat. He's never had them overnight, hardly ever sees them, and hasn't paid a lick of child support for months. He left in the middle of the night when her middle child was only 6 months old to be with another woman. Her youngest is 8 months old, and the baby daddy is in a different state. He is not coming back to our home state because he has a warrant, and his father just got diagnosed with a terminal illness, and he wants to stay with him. This guy isn't any better than the last. He is not supportive in any way. He does not help with finances. If anything, he wants her to pay him money and send him and his family food. She doesn't work. Her mother pays for her rent and everything she needs. Barely. They are barely scraping by with the money she gets from food stamps and the money from her mother. So why bring another baby into this mess? I know it's her decision, and not everyone supports abortion, but there are other options. I very nicely told her that keeping this baby is selfish. She's already struggling with severe anxiety, depression, derealization, severe migraines, etc. She will have 4 under 5, be a single mother, and have no help from the baby daddies. She's already told me she doesn't support abortion and won't give the baby up for adoption. She asked me to help her so she can sleep once she has the baby, like come watch her kids. And it just made me mad. So, am I the a-hole? Obviously, I can't convince her to do anything she doesn't want to do. And I don't want her to resent me. I want her to be able to come to me when she needs me. But where does it stop? How do I help her? I am Gen X, but I constantly wonder, is there no longer effective methods of birth control? This site is full of stories about unfortunate pregnancies of various kinds, and I genuinely wonder what is up with that. I never wanted children, and at 58 years old, don't have any. Please enlighten me. She has always said that she would start birth control once she had her baby. She said this after the first one, and the second, then the third, and then never did. She's been using condoms. She said she loves having babies. I've even told her, you do realize they will all be teenagers one day, right? What a mess. I don't think you can solve her problems. Probably the best thing you can do is not get involved. You also mentioned this is your sister-in-law. What does your husband think about this? He feels the same way I do. My husband is frustrated that his mom works just to take care of her. But that's also her fault. And even sister-in-law has tried to get out of the situation a little. Their older brother stopped talking to sister-in-law for like a year after the last baby because he was so frustrated over her situation. It's hard when she's not accountable and keeps doing the same thing. She just barely got her driver's license last month, which is a huge step. Sorry I can't help, and please don't rely on me. I'm sure you have it all figured out, which is why you are having another child. Where is the latest baby daddy? Honestly, to me, it sounds harsh, but I get what you're saying. You can love someone and still feel overwhelmed being expected to step in over and over. At some point, she has to take responsibility for the situation instead of assuming others will always pick up the slack.